desire.
Let's go.
Never back down, and I never run. Coming last place, that was never fun. Time to elevate.
Looks like we gotta make it harder. Let me see who's the lucky one.
I'ma let it go.
Let them taste the power of new vehicles.
Time to control.
Time to fly! I never
Time to
miss.
start the show. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, we gon' run it up. No days off.
Precision bombing.
One shot, so you better not miss.
Night, sweetheart.
One shot, so you better not miss.
Fire hazard! Emergency team, go!
The love doesn't just explode once.
Feel the gravity of fate.
One shot, so you better not miss.
Welcome to Project 160, ang Bagong Kabanata. Again, guys, we are back for the mobile semifinals of Group B. Today, we're going to find out which among these teams are going to be the ones going into the finals match. But once again, I am Wasabi Gaming. I'm going to be your caster for tonight, and with me is going to be a Gwyneth.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to ang Bagong Kabanata by Project 160.
Yep, and we are here for a lot of action. And guys, again, it's going to be a Farlight tournament, and this time mobile tournament. So every team that's competing here tonight is going to be playing on their phones, which is, I personally find it a little bit harder than playing on a computer. But nonetheless, they're able to make it work, and a lot of them bring us the action that we are looking for.
That's right. Now I'm looking forward to this tournament. So with this, let's look at the tournament format vid.
Ito ang Project 160, ang Bagong Kabanata, presented by CLX Production, at ito ang ating tournament format. Meron tayong tatlong stages, Stage 1, Eliminations, Stage 2, Semifinals, at Stage 3, Championship. Magsisimula ang elimination stage ng November 16 to 17 sa mobile at November 23 to November 24 naman para sa PC division. 15 teams ang maglalaban per bracket sa Sunset City at Lambton ng 4 na rounds. Top 10 teams per day ang magmo-move up sa ating Stage 2 semifinals. Ang semifinals ay magsisimula ng November 30 to December 1 para sa mobile division at December 7 to 8 naman para sa PC division. 15 teams per day ang maghaharap ng 4 matches, top 7 teams per bracket ang aangat sa ating Stage 3. Ang may pinakamataas na puntos sa top 8 spot ng Semis A at Semis B ay magmo-move up din sa susunod na yugto. At ang huling yugto, Championship, ito ay gaganapin ng December 14 para sa Mobile Division at December 15 naman para sa PC Division. The final 15 teams sa ating tournament ay maghaharap-harap sa Sunset City at Lambton ng 6 na rounds. Ang team na may pinakamaraming puntos ay siyang hihiranging bagong kampeon sa Bagong Kabanata. Muli, ito ang Project 160, ang Bagong Kabanata presented by CLX Production in partnership with Farlight 84. and also brought to you by XtobaL'z Gaming, Loki Gaming at Project CLX.
And that's a summary of the tournament that we're currently having right now. But of course, it is not over just yet. Again, today is going to be the semi-finals of Group B. So we're going to find out which among them is going into the finals later on this month. And of course, there's also the PC division that we have to find out as well. But for today, we're going to be focusing on the mobile section. And now, I'm going to show you guys what they're playing for. It's going to be the prize pool.
Whew, thank you for that.
And right now, this is a prize pool, the breakdown of the prizes that the players are going to be battling it out for. It's going to be a total of 10,000 Philippine pesos, which is going to be divided between the mobile category and the PC category. But it's going to be pretty close with both of them. 3,000 for the champions of each side, followed up by 1,500 for the runner-ups and 500 pesos for the second runner-up.
So with that, we will be showing to you guys the prize pool for diamonds in the next slide. Now here we have the breakdown. We have 3,000 diamonds from Farlight, where the champion from 2K. I'm sorry, 2K. For mobile and PC, the champion gets 2,000 diamonds, while the first runner-up gets 1,500 diamonds, and the second runner-up gets 500 diamonds, with a total of 8,000 diamonds.
Yep, that's a lot of diamonds. And you can use those for pulling out draws, getting some cool skins, and really anything you want to do with them in a Farlight. Of course, you'll have to share it with the rest of your squad. But then again, it's a lot of diamonds for you guys to share. But of course, the question now is, how do you win in this tournament? Of course, we're going to be taking a look at the point system right now so that you guys can figure that out. It's going to be based on a combination of both placement skills, placement points, and team kills. First place, of course, is going to get a total of 15 points, and the second place is going to get 12 points, and so on. Then they're going to get an additional 1 point for every kill. And of course, guys, there's a way for you guys to help out as well.
So we have what we call cheer points, wherein we will do the viewers to comment down on the section of the comment section in Facebook or in any streaming platform you guys are at by typing !notify and then space and then the clan tag of your chosen clan.
Yep,
Sabi?
and the team that gets the most cheer points, 3 teams actually, are going to get additional points added up to the leaderboards, which might just help your team break through into the finals match, or maybe even get on top of the leaderboards and climb their way in. So of course, guys, if you want to help out your team, don't forget to comment down below !notify plus the clan tag of the team that you are voting or supporting right now.
Okay, we have up next the team list. These are the 15 teams that will be battling it out in the arena. So
up first is going to be SR Nakagwe, followed by NRX Proverbs, Built Different Mobile, Miraculous Esports, Aquila Esports, Ghost Reborn, Stream Raiders, and we have a lot of other teams as well. Gwen, you want to give a run through of the other teams that are going to be battling it out?
okay, next we have NRX No Mercy, Powerhouse International, Esports, New Revolt Esports, AXG Shinsei Sentinels, X Team Esports, and last but not the least, Nifty Ultra Phase.
A lot of teams playing tonight and some big names as well that we are all familiar with. So guys, watch out for the action because there's going to be a lot of battling it out between these 15 teams here. And of course, again guys, don't forget to drop down below which team you're voting for because we would really like to know which among these teams you are supporting today.
So with that, again, type out !notify with a space and then the clan tag of your clan preferred team. Okay. So
Yep.
what are you excited about in today's tournament, Sabi?
You know, I really, really enjoy watching Farlight games. I mean, with a combination of the number of capsulars that we have at play and a lot of variety with it, as well as the vehicles in the game and the map itself, it just gives for an overall fun time for all of us. Of course, you know, those mixes of capsulars, for example, mixing a Maggie with some other characters may give you a little bit of an advantage over the combinations that your opponents might be making. But of course, you have to figure out what exactly works for you. What character or what capsular would you use if you were playing Greenwich?
I personally, as a Farlight player myself, I use Shanna a lot. I love being a healer in the game. I practically I practically mastered this capsular. So how about you, Sabi? Which capsular do you use?
You know, I don't really specifically stick with one capsular. I like to jump around depending on what I feel like playing today because if you know me, I'm a very hyper person, so it really depends on my mood. If I'm feeling up for it, I go for someone on more on the attack side, more active, more fast paced, maybe someone like Maggie. But sometimes I also do like to play a little low key, sometimes going with Young or Sienna. It really depends.
Oh, that's cool. Well, tonight we will be seeing 15, 15 player teams battling it out, and we'll see who will reign supreme.
And here is a little bit of an insight to our players right now as they prepare for the match. As you can see here, we have the cameras of the players. One of them showing on the screen right now. You can see they're laughing, they're smiling, getting ready, and it seems that they're pretty happy for the engagement.
Here we have New Revolt Esport getting ready for the tournament. Hello, guys. Good luck on your game.
Yep. And actually, we also get to take a look at Powerhouse International. Now, this team is a pretty big name, not only in the Farlight scene, but other games as well. I mean, we've seen them across different game titles, and they're always one team to watch out as they bring a lot of action. But guys, a little reminder before we see the next team as well. This tournament is presented by CLX Productions in partnership with Farlight 84 Philippines and also brought to you by Loki Gaming, XtobaL'z Gaming, and Project CLX. Don't forget to go check out our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Discord, and TikTok at CLX Productions to get up or stay updated with our future tournaments because it's not only Farlight we're going to be doing, but we're going to be covering multiple game titles in the future as well.
That's right. Now here we have on the screen, we have Stream Raiders getting ready for the battle. Now, looks like they're warming up. They're getting ready. And well, let's see the next team.
Yeah, a lot of teams warming up right now. I mean, they're getting ready for the battle. Looks like this team, though, only one player in the Discord right now. But hopefully, hopefully get some backup. I mean, I wouldn't want to be playing alone either. And I'm sure you wouldn't either. You would want to have a squad with you.
Truly. Now, what do you think is going to happen tonight, Wasabi?
Well, we're going to have multiple games filled with action. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a total of 4 games or 4 maps, and it's going to be a mix of both Lambton and Sunset City. Now, these 2 maps are very different. Lambton, not played as much in comparison to Sunset City, so that's really a huge question mark to us if whether our teams have strategies for that one. But of course, either way, whichever map we go into, we have to expect that there's going to be a lot of engagements, a lot of fights between these 2 teams, especially with the way the point system is. Addition of placement points and kills makes them play very aggressively for those kills, but also they have to be able to stay alive for those placement points.
With that, you can actually help. Like I said again, you can help your favorite team win or earn more points by typing out !notify space clan tag, and then that will give 1 point for each team. So with that, Abby, which clan are you most excited to see tonight?
That's a hard one. I mean, we have a lot of big names here, so I think I will go for game number one at least. I'm going to go with SR Nakagwe or the players from NRX Proverbs to watch out for. I mean, they're two teams that are really good. In Farlight, I've heard them, I've seen them in multiple tournaments, and they always find a way to really surprise me.
Really? That's actually really cool to know. So, what do you think is gonna happen in the game? Like, who's gonna battle who? What do you think is gonna go down? What do you think will be the highlight of this tournament tonight?
It really depends. I mean, those early engagements are going to be very vital for them because that's going to give them the opening to level up really quickly, build their shields, and get a lot of loot early in the game. But then again, you're also putting yourselves at a huge risk if you go in for those very, very early engagements that you're not ready for and you don't anticipate that you might get taken down. So they have to be able to find the balance between that. And I think that's the interesting part. It's finding out which among these teams are able to find the balance between aggression and passiveness.
Here we have the map overview. We have 4 tournaments tonight with a mix of 2 maps, which is Sunset City and Lambton. So for our first map tonight, we will be having Sunset City.
Yep, and after Sunset City, it's going to be Lambton, and then back to Sunset City in map number 3, and then Lambton again in map number 4. Now it's just going to be back and forth between these two to switch it up a little, give the players a little bit of a change of scenery between every game, and I think it's gonna be pretty fun to see it. I mean, these maps are very different from one another. Sunset City has a lot of buildings, has a lot of mountains in between each of these buildings. But when you go to a map like Lambton, it's such an open field, such an open area, not too many places to take over, and it makes it a bit more difficult.
Truly, I think honestly, I don't play on Lambton a lot, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go down with the 15 squads here. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a fun-filled event tonight. So
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, it definitely will be very fun. And before we go into the game, I want to ask you, what is the one place that you usually drop into when you're starting the game? Where do you go? Do you go to Nova Planetarium? Do you go to Carnival? Do you go to Sanctuary? Do you go to Sunflower Mall? Or where? Where do you like to go to?
When I play Farlight, I actually end up in Iris Ranch since it has the most loot there. I mean, I think any one of us can relate to that. It's always Iris Ranch. It's the number one place to land. And that's why there's so much engagement in the first few minutes of the game there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who like to land in Irish Ranch, and it's a very risky drop, actually. If you're not really prepared for all the action, for people coming up behind you without you knowing, then you're really going to get caught off guard. And if some people don't like that action, I think another good place to land that actually has a lot of loot is going to be Sanctuary Tower. Now, not a lot of people land there, but I don't really understand why. I mean, there's so much loot there. It's an open area. It's a huge area with so many surrounding buildings that you can get loot from, but no one tends to go there. But right now, the game is already starting, and it seems that they're trying to prove me wrong. Some teams here landing at Sanctuary Tower in the early half of the game, and our players are off, mostly going to be heavy onto the right side of the map, because that left side, especially Nova Planetarium and Power Tree Station, is gonna be way too far out of their reach.
So we start off with the game. Everyone is looting. Squad number 10 is at they're at near Sunflower Shopping Mall, where there's heavy loot there. Really good loot, by the way, with T16, NRX. They're ready to battle it out, honestly. So everyone's getting their loot. We're all getting ready, and I think it's gonna start off real soon and real quick. So, Sabi, what do you think is gonna happen here once they get everything looted out?
Well, of course, they want to be able to get those weapons that they prefer, their preferred weapons, whether that be a rifle, shotgun, or sniper. And they also want to level up those shields, build those armor before going into an engagement. But it looks like this area of Tinman's industrial area as well as Todd's Hot Rod is gonna have a lot of players around it, so we might just be seeing early engagements here, but of course we'll have to see which among these teams are gonna make the first push towards each other.
We have Squad 12 here, going all out on the loot. Across them is Squad number 3 at the Hot Rod. Looks like one of the members of Squad number 12 is going ahead ahead of the other members. So I think this will be really, really fun to watch. Everyone is getting all prepared. I really think that the engagement here will really be brutal and all, but I think everyone's gonna have fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you were saying, one player from the side of Squad 12 going ahead of the rest. He's trying to go a little further playing solo. I mean, there's not much teams around him to go for contact. But of course, if he does go face to face with someone, he won't have anyone to back him up. But look at this. We have our first set of engagements is going to be between Squad number 9, the players on the side of NRX No Mercy, versus Stream Raiders and Squad number 7. Across the river, they are trying to shoot each other down right now.
We see here that Squad number 9 and 8 are going all out at the waters. Looks like everyone's meeting everyone now, and I think this is where the first engagement starts.
Yep, right now you can see that they are chasing each other down. A couple of the players on the side of Squad number 7, Stream Raiders, gonna get taken down, but it looks like they're going to be able to exit that area just in time to stay alive a little longer. But the players of NRX No Mercy, they're going to take over, try to rotate around and catch the players of Stream Raiders in that Irish Ranch area.
Irish Ranch is really the number one place for the best loot. And we see here that everyone's fighting for loot. So we have Squad number 7 and Squad number 9 going all out on Iris Ranch. I think the first battle between two squads will begin here. But we'll see where the others are coming at with each other.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're already seeing some shields start to break here as the players of NRX Mercy try to push in now. Not too much contact between them and Stream Raiders just yet as they try to go into separate buildings, trying to drive away. Is going to be Primo of the players of Stream Raiders trying to escape that area. It looks like they don't want to go in for that fight right now.
Yeah, I think they're not prepared yet. But let's not underestimate the preparedness of these squads. I think at some point in the game, they will be able to battle it out. Even 1v4 or something. Here we have squad number 1 at the Novarium place, and they're going all out. Squad number 1 and 2, the Nova Planetarium. We have so we have ults being used. And yeah, everyone's fighting right now. Like, I can't believe it. Let's see what happens here.
Yep, Michelle is going to be using her ult, trying to put on a show for us, going to be able to take 2 players down, and this is the players of SR Nakagwe really showing off here, trying to get as many kills as possible, but it looks like we are going to be down to a couple players left on the side of NRX Proverbs, and this was the 2 teams I was talking about earlier, but it seems that they're going to go face to face with one another here, and the players of NRX Proverbs, they're going to be down to 2 players left. Luckily, still having that respawn, they're going to be able to go back for more action, but it seems that they don't want to go into an engagement with SR Nakagwe just yet, so they decide to land somewhere else.
Squad number 9 up against squad number 5, I think with 1 player. Okay, knocked down. So I guess that's one player down at the Carnivale. So I really think that Carnivale is a good place also to loot, but it's just that everyone's always there. What do you think, Sabi? Do you think Carnivale is like a really high tier place for loot?
Yeah, Carnival is one of the most popular drop sites for Farlight, especially if you want those early engagements. As you can see here, this area is filled with players. I mean, the mini map that we see on the top right is just a rainbow of different colors in that specific area. Right now, we're seeing a couple of players on the side of built different mobile, trying to rotate, trying to get away from that Carnival area because they know that there's just too many people there to deal with, and that it's not really a safe place to hide out if you don't want to go in for the engagements just yet.
Truly. Now, squad number 3. Oh, okay. There's a lot of explosions going on. They are at Riverview Park, where squad number 3 is going against squad number 13, as well as squad number 12. Now, in this case, I personally could not be able to handle this much. Oh, okay. We have a 1v1. So, with that, the circle is closing while everyone is in Michelle's ult. And then we have Cypher here going all out. And yeah, the circle's coming in really quickly. So I guess the players should be going in now. We have in the map, the circle has become smaller, but everyone else is still stuck outside of it. What do you think, Sabi?
Yeah, I mean, some of these teams are playing it a little risky. We have about 4 teams outside of that safe zone. They're still in the red storm right now, but they're trying to make their way out. And on the squad number 12, they're going for something a little different. It looks like they're going back into the zone actually to revive one of their teammates that they lost in the earlier battles. But right now, we can see that a lot of them is trying to make their way into that safe zone area because they know that they need the early setup into those buildings. If they don't get the early setup in those buildings, they won't be able to position themselves properly for the later half of the game. But look at this. Squad number 5, Aquila Esports, they only have 2 players. That's going to be a huge disadvantage for them in the later half of the game.
With everyone at Iris Ranch right now, or at least most of them, squad number 7 and 15 are really, getting it out there, huh? Cypher with her ult. Now, I think that honestly, both teams got what it takes to like eliminate each other out. I cannot be too sure who's going to win this engagement. Oh, we have Michelle dead. So, Sabi, what do you think is gonna go on here in Iris Ranch, where there's like a lot of loot right now?
I mean, we already saw 1 engagement, but more teams are pushing in. So I think we're going to be seeing even more action right now. Squad number 7, they have control of one of the buildings in Irish Ranch. But the squad number 3, which is going to be built different, they're going to be playing on the outskirts here, trying to use the surrounding hay bales as well as infrastructures to their advantage to get some cover as they try to push into Irish Ranch. Now, we're already seeing some engagements here. Michelle gets taken down. Squad number 3 built different, going to be down to 3 players left as they lose 1, and it looks like we're going to have to see if they're able to take down the players on squad number 1 as they try and go for the attack.
So 1 is already waiting for a revival, 1's knocked down, and 2 of them are in the lines of getting eliminated. So we have squad number 3, squad number 6, and squad number 5 going out. The circle is shrinking now. I think you can actually support your favorite team here by choosing their clan tag and typing !notify space clan tag. So here we have back here squad number 10, still with really big shields, going against squad number 3. Now, Wasabi?
Yep, right now, a lot of action happening here as we see the players of Mayshell going around trying to go in for an engagement. Now, look at this. We are seeing the map once again. And squad number 12, the players of New Revolt, they are still outside of that safe zone. They are holding down their space on Riverview Park, trying to stay away from all the engagements, while the rest of the teams are left to fight it out, battle it out for their spot in the safety of that zone. But looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of engagements here. At squad number 10, the players of Powerhouse International make their way towards the border, and it seems that they're just about to come into contact with some of the other teams that are around them.
There's also going to be some supplies that will be dropped, and I'm pretty concerned about the players that are outside of the zone right now. Are they okay? Will they be able to come back and fight against everyone else? So here we have squad number 5 going one-on-one with squad number 1. Let's see who will be eliminated first. Maggie versus Ember. Oh, okay. So Maggie gets killed. We have the search zone sinking in 10 seconds, and it's only View left for squad number 1.
Yep, one last player alive on their squad needs to be able to revive the teammates, but it looks like it's going to be a little too late for that. And now Young has to be a little bit careful here because there's someone right around the corner from squad number 5, and it seems that they have not spotted each other yet. But just as I say that, the shield breaks on the side of SR Nakagwe down to the last player, and the players on the side of squad number 5 start pushing in. Ghost Reborn going for the action. They're going to be able to eliminate that last and final Young from the side of SR Nakagwe, and the players on the side of Ghost Reborn make it out alive.
We have squad number 8 going in just in time for the circle to shrink. And back at Iris Ranch, we have squad number 12 here with 1 player left. I see that they... Oh! Okay, so squad number 3 has been knocked out completely. Squad number 7, they're going against squad number 10, supposedly, or I think they would be, since they're pretty much in the circle. So, more engagement coming in, and let's see where this goes.
And things are going a little slow here as our teams do not want to push in just yet. We are just playing on the border of that zone, trying to stay on a more passive approach here instead of just pushing in for the fight. But a slight advantage is going to be given to the side of NRX No Mercy, as they have the buildings here at the Irish Ranch in their favor, while the rest of the teams, they're either, forced into those open areas like squad number 7, Stream Raiders, who's up by the mountains, or some other teams like squad number 10, Powerhouse International, who doesn't really have a building as cover. They have a mountain, they have a couple of structures, but it's not really a building that they can hold down and position themselves waiting for the attack of their opponents. Now that makes it a little more difficult for them, but for now it's just a waiting game for when these players are going to decide to push in.
I think you are right. I think they're waiting they're doing the waiting games. There is at least 3 squads left who are waiting it out for the circle to shrink in, and then I think that's when they will push. The circle is really pushing in, and they're already starting engagement. A lot of eliminated players with loot. I think this will be a battle of a lifetime, and it's only the first tournament so far.
Yep, it's the first round of the tournament, first map of the tournament, and there's still a lot of opportunities for them to make up for it. But for now, of course, they want to be able to stay alive. Still 5 squads in the game, but of course, they want to be able to play for those placement points and the kills as well. Looking now at squad number 2, the players NRX Proverbs, they're going to be down to their final player here, who's just trying to play, stay hidden here, not going for any engagements. This player specifically has no kills at all and is really just waiting for those placement points. And look at that dance move showing off on the live stream right now.
Truly an experience of a lifetime. Now we have Michelle here from squad number 7, hiding it out on the rock, waiting for squad number 6 to engage. And I think everyone's gonna be at Iris Ranch for the final engagement. But for now, I think everyone's just waiting it out just to see what's gonna happen. On the map, we have squad number 10, 2, and 7, as well as 6. Just 4 squads left to battle it out on the middle of Iris Ranch.
Yeah, we have a lot of players still here, but as you can see right now, it's going to be the players on the side of Stream Raiders starting to push into Irish Ranch, making their way into that circle, and while doing so, they catch the attention of players of NRX No Mercy, who's going to start engaging with them. But not only that, they're going to be forced in the 3-way engagement here with squad number 2 NRX Proverbs, as well as the players of Powerhouse International. It's all out battle between these teams. 4 teams remain in the match before we see the end of the game, but for now we just have to wait for the crossfire between them.
As the circle gets smaller, a few more teams are getting closer, and the battle really begins. And there's one teammate from squad number 10 out, which leaves us to squad number 9 and squad number 10 with the circle super shrinked out. So what do you think is gonna happen, Sabi? Who do you think is gonna get the win in this?
You know, I think the players on the side of Powerhouse International or NRX No Mercy has a good opportunity of winning this out, as they do have the numbers advantage, as well as their shields are pretty built out. But look at this. On the side of Ghost Reborn, they only have 2 players, but their shields are pretty good, well built here. And they're also holding down a relatively good area to hold down, but it's going to be down to their gun skills if they're able to bring that out to battle up against other squads. Now, right now, you can see the players on the side of Powerhouse International, they're starting to get onto those vehicles, maybe trying to position them better, but they could also be planning a push. And finally, I think we're going to see a push here into Irish Ranch. Mayshell going to bring that stage out, putting on a show for all of us as we see the rest of the team as teammates push in as well that stage, giving them a height advantage to battle down towards their players who are around them. Engagements coming in from multiple angles, shots from multiple teams, and it's just an all-out war here.
With 10 players left and 3 squads left, I think this is going to be an intense fight, since some of them are outnumbered by other squads, like squad number 9 with 3 players and 1 dead. So this is going to be really, really interesting to see, because as the circle gets smaller, it's like everyone just gets nearer, and it's like a pretty tough fight now. Now we have squad number 10 against squad number 8.
Yeah, it is a very, very tough one. And right now, down to last 2 teams left, it's going to be the players of Ghost Reborn versus Powerhouse International. Now, Powerhouse International, they have 2 players in the game right now, while the players on the side of Ghost Reborn is left all alone. And finally, we see the push by Powerhouse International, who's going to come out from that, getting the victory for game number 1, as well as those 15 placement points. And right now, you can see pretty happy about that victory.
Yes, now we have the victory spotlight here. The winners are very, very happy to see that they started off great. Everyone is watching TikTok right now, and I guess we're taking a break right now just to like relax and calm down after the intense fight that they had to go through.
I mean, they're definitely making it look easy. After the game ended, they left right away, going to those other apps to occupy their minds while they wait for the next round. And as you can see, one of them's watching the live stream right now. But that is going to be our champions for game number 1. It's going to be squad number 10, Powerhouse International, with a total 10 kills as well. And it seems that for tonight, their lucky number is going to be 10.
Let's go now. What we're gonna do here is we're just gonna like talk about the game. What do you think of the game, Wasabi? How did you find the game so far?
You know, the game had a lot of intense engagements there, a lot of good fights, and we just saw multiple pushes, especially in that last part where we had 4 squads engaging at the same time. And of course, only one of them can come out alive, but it was just a very interesting match to see. And right now, the overall game results is going to be Powerhouse International at first place, followed by the players of Ghost Reborn in second. And this is what surprises me. They have only been 2 players in the whole game, but they were still able to rack up 6 kills and make it into second place. Now that placement point is going to help them a lot, but that's 6 kills despite being against squad in every situation. They're still able to stay alive. And on third place, it's going to be the players of EdRX No Mercy, getting 7 kills as well, which is pretty good, but of course not as much as the players of Powerhouse International.
We have fourth place, squad number 2 with 1 kill only. Squad number 7 with 0 kills. Squad number 12 with 0 kills as well, and 3 players only. Squad number 1 at 7th place with 8 kills. Squad number 5 at 8th place with 1 kill and 2 players only. And then squad number 3 at the 9th place with 7 kills. And lastly, squad number 15 at 10th place with 1 kill.
Yep, so a very, very wide range of the number of kills they were able to get as well as their placements. But then again, you know, it's only game number 1. It's just warm up for most of them. And that means they still have other opportunities to up their game again. First game was Sunset City. We're done with that one. Next one later on is going to be Lambton. Now, that's a different playing field. That's going to be an experience for them. So let's see if they'll be able to play that one out.
So, for now, let's take a break.
Yep, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. This is Guinich. Alongside with me is Sabi Gaming. This is Project 160, ang Bagong Kabanata.
Yup, and we're back for more action once again. Game number 1 of Sunset City is done and dealt with, but we're going to be moving on to Lambton later on. But before we do so, let's go take a look at the leaderboards from our match a while ago. There was a lot of action there, so this is going to be an interesting one.
So we see here that Powerhouse International is number 1 with a total placement of 15, with a total kills of 10 and total points of 25. And is Ghost Reborn with a total placement of 12, total kills 6, and total points 18. And third, NRX No Mercy with a cheer count of 7, total placement of 10, total kills 7, and total points 17.
Yep, and after NRX No Mercy, it's going to be SR Nakagwe, followed by Built Different and the rest of the teams. Now, these teams on the lower half, they definitely have to up their game in the next couple of matches because, guys, again, this is already the semifinals. And if they don't up their game now, they're not going to be able to climb their way into the final match where they'll have the opportunity of winning some of that prize money as well as those diamonds. But again, guys, game number 1, going to the side of Powerhouse. Now, it's about time that we start moving into Lambton. This map is a little bit different as it's a much more open map that has a lot of fields and open areas for them to go for engagements and not too many buildings like Sunset City does.
For me, Lambton is gonna have like a ton of engagements here and less of the camping per se. So this, I am expecting a lot of things to happen here. What do you think, Sabi?
Well, again, I think just as it was in Sunset City, there's going to be a lot of action, but I think it might just happen a little bit earlier in Lambton, considering that there's not too many buildings. Now, buildings are where the loot are at, so a lot of them are going to be targeting that one. And because of the shortage of amount of buildings in Lambton in comparison to Sunset City, we'll be seeing a lot of more of them targeting those same areas and landing in the same area. And of course, when they land in the same area, they're forced into an engagement.
So I'm excited, honestly. What do you think? What else is gonna happen, Sabi? Like, what are you most excited about in the Lambton map for this round?
Well, we already saw Powerhouse come out on top, but of course, this time I want to see another team come up on top. And of course, there's a lot of opportunities for different teams to come out on top for this game and get those placement points as well as the kills. But I want to ask you, which team are you watching out for? You've seen the game number 1 already. Powerhouse won that one. Who are you going to watch out for in game number 2?
Honestly, everyone has the potential to win a Farlight game. Even I myself. Sometimes I would win, sometimes I would lose. But either way, we all have the potential to win a tournament in Farlight. So I'm not really expecting much from anyone or any of the teams. I'm just hoping that they're gonna do their best. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do their best.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they're going to do their best because they want a chance to get some of that prize money. Now, on the other hand, aside from, of course, watching Powerhouse International, I think I'm going to watch out for the players on the side of SR Nakagwe. They were able to get a lot of kills earlier. They were able to score a lot of points, get themselves a little bit high on that scoreboard, but not really able to win it out. But look at this. Our Lambton game is already starting, and unfortunately, the flight path is not going to be the best for now. But either way, our teams are going to spread out through that map, trying to find the place to land at.
We have here at the bottom left, squad number 7 going looting with another squad, while at the upper part of the map we have 4 squads looting everything, but in a nearby place.
Yep, there are a lot of squads around each other, and Sunflower Market here is going to have squad number 15. But in the bottom of the map here, we are going to see our first engagement. Stream Raiders going to get taken down by the players on the side of squad number 6, Ghost Reborn, and it's just going to be both of them battling it out here. A little bit of an even playing field now that both teams are down to 3 players, but of course, on the side of Stream Raiders, they're gonna have their teammate actually go in for a revival flight, come back into the action, and maybe fight their way out of this fortress.
So what I'm seeing here, I think this is gonna be a bit harder since everyone else is like really near towards each other for such a big map and open map, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen here. Like we have squad number 6, Ghost Reborn with 3 players on the team. And then we have squad number 7 hiding it out from squad number 5 while they wait for the engagement to happen. I think they're going to take it slow for now.
Yeah, they are definitely taking it very slow right now. They're just holding down their positions. As you can see here, some of them staying in the buildings, some of them staying in the roofs, not really shooting anyone. Even if they come into contact, they aren't really going in for those engagements just yet. They know they are in a very vulnerable situation, that they don't really have the loot to step up their game. So of course, they're gonna try and stay away from that. But now we're seeing a couple of engagements as one of the players on the side of Ghost Reborn gets knocked down, forced to go into that revival flight. And squad number 7, Stream Raiders, they are playing it pretty aggressive here on the roofs of the fortress, and they're just trying to take down any player that they see, not really going too aggressively but also not too friendly with the rest of the teams.
So we have one team member from squad number 7, Stream Raiders, away from everyone else from his team. Like, what's going on here? Romer Fortress is really, really getting through with all the action that's coming right now. And with that, Sabi, I think it's gonna be a good engagement. But let's see who's gonna get eliminated first.
Yep, let's see what exactly happens here, because the players on the side of squad number 7, they're starting to push in towards Ghost Reborn, and right now we get split screen between the two teams. Again, the players on the side of Stream Raiders gonna be on the left side and Ghost Reborn on the right side. Engagement's going on already. Young gets taken down. 2 players left on the side of Ghost Reborn, but only 1 remains on the side of Stream Raiders. Of course, hopefully they'll be able to get those revives, get back into the game, but of course we'll have to see if they're able to live that long, because it looks like there's a lot of action going on here, cross engagement between the two teams from afar, and it looks like it's going to be squad number 9 going into the mix as well.
This is just second match, but I'm getting really hyped up with what's going on right now, because we have squad number 9 and our No Mercy going hard on the loots right now, and one member from squad number 6 is coming at them 1v4. We have squad number 3 and 2 going all out while the circle is shrinking, and I think this is going to be an intense game, Sabi. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, it definitely is going to be a very intense one and a very difficult one as well. But look at this. Mayshell is going to try to take down a player here, but faced with fire is going to fall to her knees. And it looks like Young trying to go in for the save, but backs away, seeing all the action that's going on here. Built different mobile, forced to back away, down to 3 players left. But of course, a revival for them brings them back into the action as they face up against NRX Proverbs. Proverbs having the advantage here as they've already gotten 3 kills to their side, and they try to get more, trying to eliminate the players on the side of Built Different, but none of them coming into contact just yet.
Pretty impressed with how everyone is already outside of the circle, and yet they're still battling it out like they're in the circle. But that's what good players are able to do. I mean, well, we have Michelle down with a few other players knocked out because of the circle, but they will revive. We'll see what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, definitely. And right now we are actually going to see squad number one, the side of SR Nakagwe, go into the mix as well as they try to fight with Built Different, but it looks like Built Different is going to back away from that one. And instead, the players of NRX Proverbs, they're going to land inside that safe zone. Just as you were saying, you're quite amazed that they're still fighting outside of zone. And unfortunately, sometimes they don't really have the choice whether or not they should fight in zone or in out zone. But right now, we move into that safe zone towards the City Plaza to see more action as we go into squad number 5 with Aquila Esports going up against Powerhouse International, the champions of a while ago, and going into the mix as well as New Revolt Esports. Cross engagement between these three teams already beginning here as Lucinda starts to push in.
We have squad number 12 with 3 players looting it out, with squad number 1 coming in for the engagement. I think they're gonna push for them, and then there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna happen, like engagement, fights. Well, we'll see how this goes.
And it's just about to begin right now. I mean, things are going pretty slow. New Revolt Esports just looting up, trying to upgrade their shields. They are falling behind a little bit with those shields. A lot of them stuck on a level 3, only one player with a level 4. But of course, with a lot of the teams in the surrounding areas, they also have to watch out because they might just be forced into engagement. And right now, looking at the map, as you can see here, there's 3 or 4 teams out of that safe zone or so far, but they are slowly making their way into the zone. But in zone, we are also going to see an engagement here between the players of New Revolt Esports and Powerhouse International. Snipers going through, lining up a couple shots. They're getting those shields broken, but not enough to kill anyone just yet. And we're going to see Young here trying to heal, trying to upgrade those shields, trying to get ready for more action as they face up against the players on the side of New Revolt Esports. But going into the mix as well, Nifty Ultra Phase trying to go and get some kills to their side. They're going into that battle as well.
We see here that squad number 15, Nifty Ultra Phase, is going all hard out with the supply ship going en route to their place of battle right now. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Who's gonna win this round for tonight? Yeah, Sabi, what do you think?
Well, I think it will be depending on which among these teams make it out alive. But it looks like squad number 15, Nifty Ultra Phase, is going to make it very, very difficult for the players on the side of Powerhouse International to win another round. Taking down 2 players on the side of Powerhouse International already, leaving them with only 3 players right now. And now we can see that they're playing it a little bit more long range. They back away towards those mountainous areas and pull out those snipers to maybe help them get a couple shots landed on their opponents. But of course, not wanting to go in much further, they back away, trying to find the safe zone here. But it looks like they're going to be faced by bombardment here, or red zone, as bombs fall onto them. They have to go into those buildings and hide for a little longer.
Kind of worried for squad number 10 over there, Powerhouse International. We've seen them win the first round. I'm not like, what do you think? Are they gonna be able to win this round, Sabi? Like, what's your input on this?
It really depends. I mean, they still have a full squad, so that's a good plus for them. But of course, they don't have as many kills, and that means their loot isn't going to be as good. Their shields are not going to be upgraded, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. NRX No Mercy, though, they're giving Powerhouse a run for their money right now, as they've got their loot all stacked up. And right now, we're going to see Stream Raiders go face to face with some teams here, but it looks like they're going to get eliminated. And right now, NRX No Mercy going for an aggressive push up to the mountain, trying to go into an engagement with maybe one of the players on the side of Nifty Ultra Phase from afar with those snipers.
5 squads left and the circle shrinking. Everyone is really at the side of the like around the outside the circle, just like watching everyone out here. Squad number 9, NRX No Mercy is going to go aggressive, as well as squad number 10, Powerhouse International, with one member knocked down. So this is going to be a fun engagement. But I hope everyone's going to pull through and that everyone's having a good time.
And right now, we are going to be seeing the players on the side of SR Nakagwe fighting with a lot of teams in the surrounding areas. And it looks like this mountainous area is going to be filled with players from multiple teams. Look at this. Lucinda getting shot from multiple angles, going to back away now. And Michelle going to bring up the stage. Two of them battling it out here for who is better performer. But it's going to be the EMP that breaks them down, bringing them back to the ground, forcing them to go in for the engagements here, and we're going to see Michelle get knocked down, and it looks like the players on the side of SR Nakagwe, they're going to be down to 3 players left unless they find a way to up their player in the midst of a heated battle like this one.
With 4 squads left and 14 players on the battlefield, the circle is getting smaller, and like, it's getting really intense now, since it's usually during when the circle shrinks really small that everyone is forced to engage everyone. So there's nowhere else you can really hide when you play in the circle, and the circle is really small. So it's squad number 10 with 2 players left in the team and 2 knocked down. I think they're gonna be able to come out alive from this. I believe that everyone has the potential to be able to 2v4 everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, it is a possibility, but it's a very, very tall order for any of these teams. But right now, taking a look at Powerhouse International, they're going to back away, trying to stay hidden from the rest of the teams, and they're staying at a distance from that circle for now, not going into any of those buildings, and that's going to give the time to the players of Nifty Ultra Phase to actually up their players, getting that squad back intact, but of course, waiting for a revive for that one player right now. And things again slow down as we're down to the final 3 players in the mix, which is going to be the teams of SR Nakagwe, as well as Nifty Ultra Phase and the players of Powerhouse International. They might actually find a way to get 2 titles in one night if they play their cards right.
So there's a search zone is shrinking in a few seconds, and there's only a few squads left with few members, and some of them even outnumbered by the other squads. So who will reign supreme? We'll never know. We see here that squad number 15 has shot down on a long range one of the members from squad number 1.
And right now, we're seeing a sniper shots from the side of a Nifty Ultra, breaking some of those shields, but of course, backing away, hoping not to get spotted just yet. And same thing goes the players of SR Nakagwe here, but a little bit more of an aggressive approach as they get out of those buildings, jumping around, trying to move closer towards their opponents. It looks like we are finally going to see the end of this match as our teams push in towards each other. The players on the side of Nifty Ultra Phase going for an aggressive push towards SR Nakagwe, and it looks like in any moment now we're going to see a cross engagement. Snipers already getting ready for the action.
This is a 3v4 situation with 2 Michelles going one-on-one with each other. One is struggling to stay alive because she's out of the circle, while the other one is using a sniper to snipe out the final Michelle in this squad.
Yep, and now it's going to be down to 2. It's going to be Nifty Ultra Phase up against SR Nakagwe, and the action going through. It looks like SR Nakagwe, they're going to be able to claim the victory in game number 2, coming out alive. I mean, it was pretty pretty easy for them to close that one up, as they did have the numbers advantage, especially in that last and final moments here. And right now you're seeing some of the players on the side of Western Okagway as they get ready for the next match and end this game number 2.
I had fun watching this. It's always so exciting to see Farlight getting into the esports scene. Like, it's a really good game. Now we have Squad 1. Congratulations with a total of 12 kills with NCG Pabi as the VIP as well as NCG Burn. Now, Wasabi, what do you think was the highlight of this game?
You know, it was really in those final moments where we just saw a cross engagement between the players of Western Okagway, Powerhouse International, and Nifty Ultra Phase, where we saw a lot of action, a lot of cross engagements, a lot of ults being used, and they knew that it was their last and final moments to live in this match, and they just brought everything out. Now, right now, we are going to be seeing the match results. MVP of the game is going to be NCG Burn, getting 6 kills, as well as that champion title or the victory of the match, as they are the first placers of game number 2.
With second, squad number 15, Nifty Ultra Phase, with a total of 7 kills, while squad number 10, Powerhouse International, goes from first place to third place with a total of 4 kills, with the fourth place being squad number 3 with a total of 5 kills, squad number 9 with a total of 8 kills for the 5th place, and then squad number 7 at the 6th place with 2 kills, squad number 2 at the 7th place with 4 kills, squad number 12 at 8th place with a total of 4 kills, squad number 6 with the 9th place with a total of 4 kills, and squad number 5 at the 10th place with 0 kills.
Yeah, and as you can see right now, some of those teams in the bottom half, they were lacking some players, some of them only being 3 in the squad, some of them only being duos in the squad, and it's really a huge disadvantage to them if they don't have a full squad playing in the game. And of course, that makes it extra difficult for them to climb up the ranks, gain the points that they need to be able to get up in those leaderboards. And unfortunately, if they don't get their teammates back in the game now, they might not be able to make it into the finals later on. But for now, it seems that we have our first 2 winners. It's going to be Powerhouse, followed by Western Okagway. But of course, it's the points that matter, not only the kills and the placements. It's the number of total points. And if you want to help them out, guys, we also have the cheer points counted as well.
So with that, let's take a break.
Yep, we will be taking a very short break. We'll be right back for more action in Farlight. Stay tuned for that.
too. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the low, got me tripping in the street. If they tryna get a bag, then they might have got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever know. All these pressures on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
And we are back for more Farlight action. Once again, this is Project 160 on Bagong Kabanata, brought to you by CLX Productions. And again, I'm going to be your caster for tonight with Sabi Gaming, and with me is Gwynach here. And we're going to be casting the Farlight matches for tonight. We've done 2 already, and we have 2 more to go right now. It's a very, very close battle in the leaderboards.
So we see here on the leaderboards, SR Nakagwe has a total point of 40. Next, followed by Powerhouse International with 39 points. Now, I'm like amazed because this is just 1 point ahead. So it's gonna be like a battle between SR Nakagwe and Powerhouse International, with NRX No Mercy with 32 points, and the rest you see here on screen. Sabi?
Yeah, definitely. It's a very, very close one with SR Nakagwe and Powerhouse International. But of course, there's still room for them to move a little bit, as there's still 2 more matches. Now, the next one is going to be a big one for both of them. They have to be able to rack up both kills and placement points to be able to get that #1 spot and really put an edge over on one another. Now, whichever of these teams are able to get that, they're going to be coming out on top. And a little bit further behind NRX No Mercy, they have the same opportunity to do so, as they still have about 32 kills, which is pretty fair for them. Not too far behind, but also not too close. So they have to step up their game here.
With our next map, we're going to be going back to the first map, which is Sunset City. And I'm excited for this one because we already seen how the first round went. And I'm pretty sure they're pretty familiar with how each squad battles it out. So I think they're going to take even more precautionary measures to see how they're going to battle it out in Sunset City.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first game was just a learning one. Hopefully, they take the mistakes that they had there and improve on it going into game number 3, especially considering that it's pretty much the same map. But guys, again, we want to remind all of you to don't forget to comment down !notify, as well as the clan tag of the team that you are supporting, because those are going to be extra cheer points added to the team that you're supporting. Only 3 teams with the most cheer points are going to get additional points onto the overall leaderboards at the end of the day. So make sure, guys, that you're supporting your team so that they get a chance to be able to put a little bit of a boost onto their scores.
I'm really excited about this map because we have Powerhouse International and NRX Proverbs at the top two with 1 point away from each other. So I think that Powerhouse International is probably gonna find a way to get back on top, Wasabi. So what are you looking forward to?
Well, just as you were saying, the battle between Powerhouse International and SR Nakagwe is going to be a very, very deadly one to watch out for. 1 point difference is a very, very close one. And of course, both of them fighting for that crown. But we're not going to keep you guys waiting any longer. We're going to head straight into the match for more action over at Sunset City because we want to find out, just as you guys do, which among these teams are going to come out on top. And right now, the flight path going to be from the middle right all the way to the left side of the map, and our teams are already off. Most of them going heavy on the lower half of the map.
I see here that squad number 5 is pretty separated right now, unlike the other squads here who are all together in different parts of the map. And we see here that they're starting to loot, gain shield, get the things that they need, and honestly, they're just getting ready for the third round of this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite surprising that no one went into that Carnival area aside from the players of Aquila Esports, and that gives them a lot of room to loot around Carnival, which is usually a place that's heavily contested. But for this game, it seems otherwise. And going over by the Riverview Park, we're going to be seeing some action here. It looks like the players of SR Nakagwe found meat early as they go into the engagement with the players of Ghost Reborn here, trying to knock a couple of them down, but they get away just in time.
With that, we have squad number 1 going on head with squad number 6, while squad number 15 is going all out, killing everyone. Well, at least some of the people that they see here. But for now, they're just looting around, finding their way to the map. And then we have one member from squad number 8 coming to them, going head on head, 1v4, and then, well, let's just let the game talk for itself.
Yep, right now, a lot of teams very, very close to one another. But it seems that Ghost Reborn, one of their players, is going to be hiding up here in the building, trying to stay hidden from the players of SR Nakagwe. And with the silence this player is keeping, he might just be able to make it out alive from this one. As for Nakagwe, they're going to be moving towards the more populated areas as they want to be able to get more kills. Right now, Lucinda going to pull out a scan, making sure that everything's clear before pushing out. And that's the go signal to go get out of that area. But right now, we're going to see SR Nakagwe chasing one of the players on the side of Ghost Reborn, looking to get that kill. And there you have him and captured. We're going to take him down. The vehicles go flying up, and that last player here going around alone gets eliminated. Jay-Z out of the game, and only one player remains for the side of Ghost Reborn.
Well, with SR Nakagwe having 2 kills and looting even more, I think they're gonna be pretty much on the lead here with squad number 7, 0 kills so far. They're just like running around here, trying to see where they can take point. At least 4 squads are on the map right now. The rest are outside. I'm surprised no one took the purple zone where most of the high tier loots are. I'm like I said in the other rounds, I'm pretty nervous about the ones that are outside of the zone when the circle does shrink in. Like, will they be able to make it back into the circle? What do you think, Wasabi?
Well, for the first shrink of the zone, it's pretty not that different from not being in the zone because the damage isn't that much. But of course, they want to be able to move in there. But before we go into that, the action happening at Sanctuary Tower here, it's going to be between the players of Esar Nakagwe and a nifty Ultra Phase. Cross engagement between the two snipers going through. Mayshell brings out the stage, bringing them up high, giving the high grounds advantage here. But Esar Nakagwe hasn't given up just yet. They are looking to go in for the engagement. It looks like we are going to see Young go for aggressive push here onto the players on to look for that kill, but instead goes for the revive on the teammate, trying to get some loot here. But faced up against the players of SR Nakagwe, needs to find a way to back out away.
So at the Sanctuary Tower, we have two squads fighting it out. Squad number 1, SR Nakagwe going in against squad number 15, Nifty Ultra Phase, who are 3 members up, while squad number 9 is going against squad number 10 here at the Nova Planetarium. So there's a lot of things going on here. We see that squad number 5 coming in close to their area right now. Wasabi, what do you think is gonna happen here between these 3 squads?
Well, only one of them can come out alive, so that means 2 of them has to die. And right now, it seems that the players on the side of Powerhouse International, they're getting eaten by the dust right now as they try to escape. But they're gonna be down to only 2 players left. One of them hiding in this vehicle, trying to recover, while the rest of the teams try to fight their way through this. In the mix is going to be the players of NRX Mercy, trying to get a couple kills onto the players of Powerhouse, but none of them coming into contact just yet. And they are also going to be pressured by the zone here that's slowly eating them up, adding to a slight additional damage to them. Of course, it's not that big that they'll really have to worry, but of course, it's also something that you do not want eating up on your health.
With squad number 9 with a total of 1 kill so far, they need to really get the engagement going and get some kills, because if they don't get that much kills, then it's probably going to be a disadvantage for them. But we'll never know. Squad number 5 has 2 members, 2 team players playing against 9 squads with 30 of them battling it out at the Nova Planetarium. The zone has already kicked in, and I think this is going to add additional damage to them. So they better heal up and get back in the zone.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing here as well, in Nova Planetarium, there are going to be 3 teams in the mix here. NRX No Mercy, Powerhouse, as well as the players on the side of Aquila Esports. So they have to be able to play this a little bit more quiet. Aquila trying to stay hidden while the players of NRX No Mercy and Powerhouse battle it out here outside. Getting a couple of those shots landed. Powerhouse going to lose a player here. Only down to, I think, 1 more player on their side, while the players of NRX No Mercy really showing absolutely no mercy to the players of Powerhouse International.
While outside the zone at the Nova Planetarium, we see that they're starting to come in back to the zone, the safe zone. Everyone is getting on vehicles, everyone's trying to get something to ride on so that they can quickly get back to the zone safely and with not much damage as possible. But alas, we see here engagement between squad number 9 going all out on nearby squad number 10, and then we're not quite sure if they're gonna make it back, but I'm pretty confident that they will be able to get back alive in the zone to battle it out with the other teams.
And right now, we're just waiting for some of the players here to join into the fight. It looks like Stream Raiders are going to hold their height advantage here on the top of the buildings, not wanting to engage with the rest of the teams that are down under in that area. But for now, things slow down. And as we can see in the map right now, a lot of those teams are still in the outside of the zone. Of course, that's additional damage being dealt onto them. It would be very beneficial for them to rotate into that safe zone, but then again, they're going to be met by several other teams there, so it's going to be a very difficult decision on whether or not they should risk pushing into the zone. And it looks like we'll just have to wait a little longer before we see more engagements, as these teams are really taking their time slowing down the game before we see more fights.
Powerhouse International away from each other with the two teams. We see here squad number 7, Michelle having a little dance off with herself. Squad number 10 as well, with one member knocked down. That leaves us with two members for that squad. Squad number 2 with purple shields, all of them. They're going all out at the Riverview Park, where everyone else is situated at. The circle is shrinking and everyone's getting nearer. There are like 3 squads right now going all out on each other. So we're gonna see more engagement here as the circle like shrinks even more. Everyone has their own vehicles to go, and yeah, let's see what happens next.
Let's see exactly what happens next, because for now, it's a very, very slow game, very quiet, despite there being so many teams close to one another. But just as I say that, it seems that the players of Ghost Reborn going to push for more action as they go into engagement here. We're going to see some of the players on the side of Ghost get taken down, and SR Nakagwe, hearing all that action, is going to make their way towards that area as well, trying to get a couple kills to their name. They already have 7, but they want more to be able to get the title. And here we can see NRX Proverbs going for an air attack from above, going to cause chaos to the players down below. But things slow down once again as we enter into Riverview Park, waiting for the engagements between these teams.
Number 5 with a total of 2 kills made it to the top 7 teams so far. That's really impressive. But they're here at Riverview Park with squad number 5, Aquila Esports, still complete together. We're gonna have so much fun watching them engage as the circle draws near to the safe zone. So let's hide it out, and we'll let squad number 5 do their own thing.
And it looks like we might just see an engagement here. As you can see, the players of NRX Proverbs, they're right under this player on the side of Aquila Esports. No contact between them just yet, but even the slightest sound from this player can alert that whole squad. For now, we're not gonna see too much from them. A little bit of chaos going around here with this jet going around the area, but of course, they're just trying to get that airdrop, trying to get a little bit of an assist with their weapons and shields. And right now, we can see that it's definitely going to help them out a lot. But now we can see some of the players on the side of squad number 2, NRX Proverbs, getting some damage dealt onto them, and the players on the side of Aquila Esports get spotted. Face to face they go, and we see here we're going to have the players pull out that EMP shock as well as the area recon to call out their players in a cross engagement between the teams. Only one player on the side of Aquila Esports makes it out alive.
Squad number 2 with orange shields going into the circle alongside with squad number 5, but looks like they're gonna have an engagement here. So with the rest of the teams within the area, we see that these 2 squads here, number 6 and number 2, battling it out at the corner of the circle, with squad number 9 and squad number 7 as well as squad number 15 away from each other. Pretty sure they're looting and preparing for an engagement.
Definitely, they are preparing for that one. But look at this. We are going to see some of the players here trying to go into an engagement with one another. NRX No Mercy going to go up with the players of NRX Proverbs, NRX versus NRX. But aside from that, it's also Stream Raiders into the mix as well, and it looks like we're going to see a lot of those ults pulled out right now, as well as the Bass Blaster and the stage of Meisha as well, to put on a show for us. And it looks like NRX Proverbs are going to be the ones who make it out alive for that battle in this area, and they get out. 4 teams remain in the mix. Who will be the one last standing in the game?
With 10 players left, I think it's pretty clear that we're gonna be seeing a lot of potential for these four squads on seeing who will take the crown tonight. So with some supplies en route and a lot of loot around the area, I think it's safe to say that they're gonna be fully equipped with everything that they need for a battle, for the battle of century.
Yep, and right now on the side of Aquila Esport, one last player, Kurt here, hiding for his life, trying to stay alive, but it looks like he might just get spotted here, and now we can see NRX Proverbs taking him down. They get eliminated from the game. 3 teams remain in the mix, and look at this. NRX Proverbs, they already have 9 kills to their name, which I think right now is the most among any of the other teams. Here, Nifty Ultra Phase, they have 6, but then again, it's going to be down to the skills that they have in the final zone when they go up against each other.
With the final zone being the Sanctuary Tower, we see that the 3 members of squad number 2, NRX Proverbs, going straight to squad number 7, which is Stream Raiders, while squad number 15, Nifty Ultra Phase, are going all ahead to the safe zone, where I feel like it's gonna where I feel like the final battle is gonna happen. Let's see what happens here. Squad number 7 is just hiding inside a building.
Yep, that last player, Itzy, on the side of Stream Raiders, is just hiding inside a building, trying to get that placement points again. Those placement points are huge help, but Mayshell here, Itzy here, is just dancing on the stage, having the time of her life, enjoying being up in the skies. And what's quite surprising is Mayshell chooses to be right on the border of that safe zone, but the stage is going to disappear for now, leaving her on top of the building. This height advantage, though, is going to give her some time to play with, staying away from the rest of the teams. But of course, she can only hide for so long, and right now the zone is shrinking, forcing them to move inwards. And I don't know how long Mayshell is going to be able to hold this area.
With Mayshell the only one left in squad number 7, she is going to be going head-to-head with squad number 2 and squad number 15, with a total of 3 squads. So the circle is shrinking really fast now, and the circle is getting smaller, and everyone is forced to engage. So Mayshell here has only herself to really defeat the 2 other squads here. So we wish the best of luck to you, Mayshell. You got this.
Well, let's see. I mean, 1 versus 4 is not really a situation you want to be able to be in right now. But look at this. On the side of Nifty Ultra Phase, they're hiding. They're playing very low-key here, especially with the players of NRX Proverbs right around the corner. And then honestly, it's going to be a battle between these 2 teams. Not really with Mayshell from Stream Raiders in the mix, as she wants to be able to keep her distance, but it's going to be between these 2 teams, and it's starting right now. As you can see, the AKs go in for the engagement, but the players on the side of Nifty Ultra Phase back away, trying to stay alive from NRX Proverbs, but they are not showing any mercy, pulling out the EMP right now, EMP shock, as well as the Mayshells pulling out their respective shields for that little height advantage. Snipers going through, going to line up, connect on to the players of NRX Proverbs, who are going to be down to the number of players they have left to remain in the mix.
If few players left. We see here that Michelle has been knocked down by Cypher, and we have 2 squads left. This is a 1v1 situation. This is going to be very thrilling to look at. We have Lucinda and Michelle going head on head to win the first place for this round.
Yep, Itzy keeping her distance, was able to stay alive from now, but looks like he gets spotted. And right now, we are going to be seeing one of the players on the side of NRX Proverbs going in for the kill. Gwen here is getting a lot of shots onto Itzy, but unfortunately, not really enough to get the kill confirmed just yet. Itzy has no more shield left, not able to even build that shield, and it looks like finally they're going to be faced into an engagement, a cross battle between these two, but the sniper doesn't connect, and finally it does. And the players of NRX Proverbs get their victory for tonight.
So, congratulations! Everyone's happy right now. They're having time of their life. Good job, NRX Proverbs. You guys did really well. That was a really intense 1v1 situation and battle. Am I right, Wasabi?
Yep, it was very, very intense. And I think this player in pink is that last player as he was holding up the number 4, which is his player number. And I think he was the one that was getting that last and final kill onto Itzy, and it looks like he seems very, very happy with his achievement right now, able to pull off that last kill to be able to secure the win for the team. And of course, they were also able to get a lot of eliminations that's going to help them in the long term to be able to rack up more points on that overall leaderboards.
Squad number 2, NRX Proverbs, with a total of 13 kills. They win this round with that 1v1 situation. I think it's pretty safe to say that they really did pull through with this round.
Yeah, I mean, they played it so well, knowing the right moments to attack. They knew where to hold, and they were just really able to play it very strategically in that last round. But of course, NRX Proverbs racking up a total of 13 kills. They are going to get a title of winner for game number 3 on second place. A little bit of a different game here on the side of squad number 7, Stream Raiders. 0 kills at all, but they got 12 placement points. So I think it's still pretty much a win for them. On the side of Nifty Ultra Phase, though, they're going to be able to rack up 9 kills here in total with their added placement points to be able to put themselves a little higher on the leaderboards. And the rest of the teams, as you can see here, able to get their respective kills, but not too much on the placement points.
With that ends round number 3. So, what do you think was the highlight, Sabi?
You know, I've been answering this question a lot, so I think it's your turn to answer the question. What was your highlight for this game? I mean, there was a lot of interesting fights there. What did you find the most interesting?
I've always found 1v1 situations really intense because you guys are fighting for the first place in this round. So I think it's the final engagement that really got me like shaking and hoping that at least one of them could make it out alive. And they did. And I think NRX Proverbs really deserved that place for this round.
Yeah, I mean, the dude who got the last final kill was also named Gwen, or Gwenny actually, specifically. It's a pretty similar name to yours. But of course, that is going to be the end of game number 3. We'll be right back for the last and final match. Before that, though, we're going to be taking a very short break.
a patty or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All the strippers on the floor, call me tripping in the stew. If they try to get a bag, then they might have got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never body, so you never ever go. Y'all be pressing on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
Welcome back, everyone, to Project 160 ang Bagong Kabanata. This is your shoutcaster Greenish. Alongside with me is Wasabi Gaming. Hello. So, what's next for us, Wasabi?
Well, we are done with 3 maps already, and we are going to the last and final one. Again, it's going to be Lambton, but this one is going to be a little bit more interesting because we are going to find out which among these teams are going to make it into the finals. But before that, let's take a look at the leaderboards from the last game a while ago. A little bit of an update of what the scores are so far. Right now, SR Nakagwe are the ones leading on top at 57 points.
With the same cheer count, NRX Proverbs and NRX No Mercy, they have 9 points for the cheer count and a total of 46 points and 44 points. But alongside NRX No Mercy is Powerhouse International with the same total points of 44. But in the terms of cheer count, Ghost Reborn has the most number of it with a whooping number of 20 points.
Yeah, and that is definitely a lot of points for the cheer count for their team, and hopefully they're going to be able to maintain that. But then again, guys, if you want to be able to support your teams, don't forget to comment down below !notify, as well as the clan tag of the team that you are supporting. That's going to count for the cheer points count. And again, the top 3 teams with the most cheer counts is going to get additional points to the leaderboards. And of course, you want to be able to help out your team, so don't forget to do that. And again, guys, this is going to be the semifinals of Group B of the mobile division, and only a few of these teams, only I think 7 teams, are going to advance into this championship. So far on the maps that we played tonight, Powerhouse got game number 1, followed by SR Nakagwe, and most recently it's going to be the players on the side of NRX Proverbs. Now the question is, who's gonna win game number 4?
Well, everyone has a chance to win game number 4. It's just a matter of seeing how well they're gonna do on the final round of this tournament.
Yeah, that is a huge question now. Which among them are going to be able to rack up those skills as well as the placement points? And I want to ask you, which among these teams are you watching out for? As we've seen, it's been a very good mix of different teams winning different rounds. But as we head into game number 4, who are you watching out for?
I'm watching out for NRX Proverbs because they're like number 1 right now. Let's see if they can keep up with the consistency of staying on top, as well as the other teams, which I'm sure they will be able to keep up. So, let's get ready for the next tournament.
Yep, let's get ready because there's going to be a lot of action again, guys. This time we are going to be going into Lambton, and as you saw a while ago, Lambton is a little bit faster, a little bit more action because of how open the area is. There's not too many buildings, and that gives opportunities to players who like using those snipers. Now, the flight path is going to be from the bottom right to the top of the left side of the map. Most of our teams, though, they're going to be spreading towards the right side of the game instead of the left, and it looks like only NRX are going to be heavy towards that left side of the game.
We have a few teams going to the industrial zone with Ghost Reborn going solo, but NRX, they're at the purple zone right now, which has the high tier loot, which will probably give them an advantage on the equipment that they will be having, as well as the shields.
Let's see if it works out for them. I mean, it's pretty smart for them to go there and get a better loot. But of course, they have to watch out. But right now, looking at SR Nakagwe, they're going to be able to take down some of the players of NRX No Mercy. And it looks like they're going to be able to get away with this one. Healing some of their teammates. They're going to still maintain a complete squad in the game. And they just have to be careful because right around the corner is going to be some of the other players of NRX No Mercy that they haven't been able to take down just yet.
With a few team members down, we have Remnants Camp, squad number 9 and squad number 11. With knockdown members, squad number 1 has almost one member down, as well as squad number 1's first player with full shield, but with a total of 5 kills, which is really impressive, by the way. But I'm afraid that they're gonna get knocked out really easily, just like the one player just now. So, what do you think, Sabi?
Well, it really depends how they play out their skills and opportunities. But right now, it's going to be SR Nakagwe that gets out with this one alive. Looks like there's still one more player to deal with, though. NRX No Mercy, they get taken out of this match pretty early in the round. Now, the players of NRX, of SR Nakagwe are going to be free to roam around the area, but just as I say that, Nifty Ultra Phase going to be in a very difficult situation here as they battle it out. EMP Shock goes through, breaks their shield, disables those jets, and we are going to be down to the ground, forced into a battle here between some of these players on the side of Powerhouse International, as well as Stream Raiders. And Stream Raiders, they're not looking very good as a lot of their players get taken down, and we can see the Baz as well take down some of those players.
With a lot of members getting knocked down on the Nova Industrial Zone, we see here squad number 7 with a total of 4 kills, still alive and going strong. But we have to see if squad number 10 will be able to pull through with 2 members waiting to be revived, and one of them with really low shield. So I'm seeing here that squad number 9 is pretty far from everyone else, while squad number 1 is still back at the purple zone where the high tier loot is. Everyone is pretty separated except for squad number 10 and squad number 7 who are going all out just outside the safe zone.
Yep, they are over at Nova Industrial Zone, and it's a very high looted area, but it seems that they're able to use those buildings to their advantage, hiding away from each other despite both of these teams being here. Now, Powerhouse, unfortunately, they are going to be down to 2 players left. They need to be able to revive the other 2, but it looks like they are slowly running out of time. And right now, Michelle trying to push his way closer towards the teammates. The players on the side of Stream Raiders are, however, going to back away, making their way towards that maintenance center inside of zone, which is going to give them an advantage in the positioning. But here, look at this. Built different, going for an engagement onto the players of NRX Proverbs, and it looks like Proverbs going to try and back away, but Built Different has their backs trapped up against a corner, and we are going to see here some of the ults being pulled out. We're going to see the EMP shock trying to break and disable those shields as well, and a couple of the players going to use that Bass Blaster here to get some damage, as well as the stage going up. And now on the side of Built Different, they're going to be down to 3 players remaining, and the side of NRX Proverbs, however, they have a little bit of a better advantage as they have their buildings to play with, but now down, they get knocked, and only 1 player remains on their side.
Squad number 3 with 3 members left. One of them healed, which is a really great move to do, because that's gonna give them more time to actually take more damage. They're all outside of the circle, but pretty near it, just enough that they can run back before the circle is gonna shrink. So they're all coming in. There are loots that are gonna be dropped down, and I guess this is gonna be an engagement where we're gonna have between squad number 3 and squad number 7.
And it looks like squad number 3 using those long distance guns, a sniper specifically, to their advantage, going to be able to land a couple shots onto their opponents. But Nifty Ultra here, they are looking for some revenge as they try to get a couple shots landed onto the players of Built Different. They are trying to get a couple of kills, but none of them really taking too much damage just yet. As I say that, the players on the side of Built Different fall to their knees, get eliminated by the players of Nifty Ultra, and they make it out alive. But just as I say that, they lose 1 player to the ground. They go, and only 1 remains here alive. Rest forced to revive. Will they be able to come back alive?
With squad number 3 having 1 member down and a total of 6 kills, I think they have a pretty good amount of kills, and they'll probably add more to it if they can manage to revive their 1 player up who they're waiting for to be revived. They're all outside the circle. They're all battling it out, with squad number 1 and squad number 2 going about to go outside the circle, where they're gonna be battling it out as well, with squad number 15 and 3 going 1v1 in outside the circle.
And look at this, more action coming through as the players on the side of Built Different get a couple kills on their name. 7 already, 7 eliminations to their side, and 7 teams remain as well. Now it's a good mix of players, but it looks like a lot of them stacked heavy on that staff dorm area, as well as by the bridge in the bottom half of the map. Now let's see exactly when these players are going to go into an engagement with one another, but it seems that they are holding down their specific areas, not really moving too much, aside from the players on the side of New Revolt Esports.
With squad number 1 with really good shields, I think they have a pretty good amount of damage that can be taken without actually dying right away. They are on their way, with squad number 3 just nearby, about to attack squad number 2, which with supply ship en route. They're gonna have to fight for that 1 supply ship. That will probably give them even more advantage than they already have, while the rest are still outside of the circle, taking in more damage as the circle shrinks.
Yep, a lot of damage, and that's kind of a waste of their medkits here that they'll have to use to be able to heal themselves. But then again, the protection that they get from being outside of zone, being outside of all those engagements, is something that I guess they find beneficial to themselves and worth the cost of those medkits. But right now, we are going to see a little bit of movement from them as they have only 37 seconds left before the zone starts to close up, and as we enter the later half of the game, this search zone definitely becomes a little bit more painful. Now look at this. The players on the side of New Revolt Esports, they're just holding down one building here, watching the entrances, making sure that no one comes in, and even with all the chaos coming outside from the side of Stream Raiders, they are not making a sound. They know that they need to fight for those placement points and stay alive in the match, and that's exactly what they're trying to pull off right now.
With 7 squads left and the search zone shrinking, I think they're gonna be forced to move and really evacuate the buildings that they're camping at. With them engaging with the other squads, we have squad number 10 pretty much far from each other and separated, with squad number 7 having a total of 6 kills. They are nearly entering the circle, but just enough that they don't get damage from the red zone. We have squad number 6 and 7. I think they're about to engage right now with 3 members for squad number 6. I think they're gonna have a bit of a disadvantage here since they are quite outnumbered. But they have a total of 5 kills. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be good to go.
Let's see if they'll be able to pull this one off. And it looks like the side of Ghost Reborn, they're just going to hold down their area in the building, not trying to go in for too many engagements. They only have a couple of rocks as their form of shield or a form of defense, and that is way too little than what you would want to have. But right across the mountain, there's going to be a lot of other teams watching those areas, and this is the time that those snipers really come in handy, because they can be used for those longer range engagements, as you can see here, trying to scope down their opponents. But of course, none of them really coming into contact just yet, as they hide behind the buildings and try to stay hidden.
Truly such a map for long range battles. Squad number 7 here with 4 members complete, while squad number 2 has there's Cypher dancing and chilling for now. Pretty confident that they're gonna win this final round. With 1 member knocked down on squad number 7, it's a battle between squad number 7 as well as another squad. But I guess they have to heal each other first before they get to move forward, so that they're all complete and ready to battle. They're heading towards maintenance center, and the circle is shrinking in.
It is definitely shrinking in, and right now 5 teams remain in the mix, and it looks like things slow down, but a lot of them very, very close to one another. Young is gonna get spotted here, but it looks like he's gonna get killed, as well as Kiko pushes in from the side of SR Nakagwe, takes him down, gets that kill. And look at this, SR Nakagwe at 17 kills already, and they have their shields built up to a level 5 already, giving them a huge advantage over the rest of the teams. And not only that, of course, their heroes leveled up as well, as 6 and 7 respectively, and it's just a good mix for them. And hopefully, and it looks like at the rate they're going right now, they might just be able to win this match.
With squad number 2 outnumbered by 3 other squads, will NRX Proverbs be able to come out alive between 2 squads with 4 members? We will see. But the final battle place is at the station, where squad number 1 has almost full shields and are in vehicles, most of them. We have squad number 2 is the only member left in squad number 2 is still dancing, while everyone else is going all out at each other. So we'll see what happens here once the dance showdown is over for squad number 2.
Let's see how it goes. Looks like they have a very good hiding spot here in the building, but the players on the side of Esther Nakagwe are going to land on top of that as well. And with that scan going through, that one player on the side of NRX Proverbs might just get spotted. I'm not quite sure what exactly he's going to do about that, but it looks like he's going to go in for the battle right now. And it looks like NRX Proverbs going to get eliminated. 3 teams remain in the mix, and that is going to be Stream Raiders as well as Esther Nakagwe, and the last final team being Ghost Reborn. Now, all of these teams still having a full squad. It's going to be one hell of a bloodbath when they come into contact with one another, because that is still a lot of players in the mix right now.
See here that everyone is at a certain distance because everyone is using mostly your long range weapons. We have here squad number 1 just grouped up together, while squad number 6, Ghost Reborn, they're a bit outside of the circle, but they're all coming in since the circle is dealing more damage the more you stay into it. So they're forced to really engage. So with 3 squads left and a few players left, we're gonna end this round with a bang.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we just have to wait for one engagement to start, and of course, the other one would want to get into the mix. But now, the players of NRX Nakagwe playing very aggressively. They're pushing towards their opponents and now trap them into a corner. Looks like they're going to go in for the attack right now, dealing a couple shots onto the players of Ghost Reborn, but none of them really connecting yet. The players on Ghost Reborn back away, hiding behind the rocks, hiding away from the players on the opposite side. But Esther Nakagwe going in for a split push right now towards the players of Ghost Reborn, trying to catch them off guard. Of course, no contact just yet, but any moment now, they're going to spot each other.
With 30 seconds left for the zone to shrink in, a lot of them are getting really high damage, especially for squad number 1. Most of them have lost their shields. They're all battling it out outside the circle, and it's only gonna take a few more seconds before the circle will shrink, and they'll be forced to push in together and to battle it out once and for all. 3 squads remaining, and let's see.
Let's see what happens, because Esther Nakagwe here being very deadly towards the opponents, going to be able to take down a couple players. And now we're going to see the players on the side of Ghost Reborn eliminated from the match. A couple of them only remaining, about 1 or 2, but now they try and back away. It's going to be the turn of Stream Raiders to face the wrath of the players of Esther Nakagwe, going into the engagement right now, but it looks like they're going to get knocked down. Only 1 player remain, and they get eliminated as well. And it looks like Esther Nakagwe, they're able to get another victory here.
Let's go. And congrats SR Nakagwe for winning the last round. I'm pretty sure they're happy right now with all of them together in one place while another member is at another place, but still together in Discord. Congrats on this victory spotlight, SR Nakagwe.
Yep, congratulations to our players for being able to close up this match. And of course, that is going to be the end of our mobile semis. But right now, a little bit of a summary of the match. Esther Nakagwe getting first place, but not only that, also racking up a total of 23 kills in total. Absolutely crazy team here, getting so many kills in just a single match. And right now, this is going to be the overall game results here. It's going to be Esther Nakagwe again on top, followed by the players on the side of Stream Raiders getting a total of 9 kills, as well as the players on the side of Ghost Reborn with 6 kills respectively.
We have here the squads. Squad number 2, 12, 3, and 10 taking in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th place.
Yep, they're going to be able to get those placement points as well. Not too many kills on each of their sides, except for the side of Built Different, where they're able to rack up 8 kills, which is pretty decent considering that they've only made it into 6th place and they got eliminated pretty early in the match. But then again, we just have to wait now the calculation of our leaderboards. Now, let's see exactly when that leaderboards come out. We're going to find out which among these teams are going to make it into stage number 3 or the championships, or also known as the finals of the mobile category. Now, only the top 7 teams for Group B will be going into that finals match. Of course, another 7 teams is taken from from Group A. But for tonight, we're taking a look at Group B and which among these teams are gonna make it in. What's your predictions among the teams who's gonna make it in?
Honestly, I don't know who's gonna. I have no guess on who will be like number 1, because they did all so well and they gained really high points. And with that, 7 teams will move up to the grand finals of this tournament.
Yep. And, I think if I was to take a guess on which among one of the teams that will be moving on for sure, is going to be SR Nakagwe. I mean, they were able to close up 2 maps tonight alone. And that, in addition to their leaderboard, is going to really help them get into the final stage of the tournament and closer towards that prize money as well as the prize diamonds to their side. But of course, they have a long way to go, a full set of battles before they finally close that up. But I think they are definitely one of the teams to watch out for in stage 3.
Here we have the map overview. SR Nakagwe with 2 maps out of 4 maps. Powerhouse International takes the first map, and NRX
Proverbs.
NRX Proverbs takes up 3rd map. Congratulations, you guys! You guys did really well.
Yep, these teams are going to be some of the top contenders. I mean, not only were they able to get those placement points to add to their scoreboard, but most of them were able to rack up a lot of kills. Even if they're not winning the rounds, they were able to get a lot of kills in each of the maps, which really helps with their leaderboards. But of course, we're not gonna keep you guys waiting any longer. Going into the leaderboards right now, we're going to find out the top 7 teams going into stage number 3.
So, coming in at number 1, SR Nakagwe with a total point of 95 points, followed by NRX Proverbs with 78, NRX No Mercy with 69, Ghost Reborn with 68, Nifty Ultra Phase with 53, Powerhouse International with 51, and Built Different Mobile with 48 points. Now, with the most cheer points here, we have Ghost Reborn, NRX Proverbs, and as well as New Revolt Esports.
Yep, a lot of teams. But look at this. The players on Stream Raiders actually tying up with the number of points of Built Differently at 48. Now, I'm not quite sure if both of these teams are going to actually go into the finals. Will we make a little bit of an exception here? I'm not really sure. It will be up to our production to decide that. It seems that in the rules we're going to be having a tiebreaker between those two to decide which among them goes into stage number 3, and you guys will just have to stay tuned for that one. But again, guys, don't forget to also support your teams with the cheer counts here, because that's going to help a lot, especially going into stage number 3, where we're going to have the same system as well. It's going to be only 3 teams with the higher cheer count that will get an additional point added in the end of the tournament. But for now, guys, that is going to be the end for today. That's going to be all of our matches lined up for all of you tonight. I hope you guys had fun here in Project 160. Ang Bagong Kabanata here. Once again, I'm your caster, Wasabi Gaming. With me is Gweenwich, and we are finally going to be closing up this night. But before we do so, any last words, Gweenwich?
Well, this was one hell of a tournament we had here. Everything was so intense, and I'm glad that everyone pulled through. Everyone did great, and I'm really, really happy for them, for the top 7 teams. And I'm excited to see how this is gonna end up as.
Yep, well, that will be all for tonight, guys. I hope to see you in stage number 3. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to, again, follow CLX or CLX Production in Facebook, YouTube, as well as Discord, and all our other platforms as well to keep updated with the tournament, and we'll see you next time.